Immigration courts should be a place where due process and justice are administered. But under this current administration, be prepared for the immigration courts to serve as another arm or tool for mass deportation efforts. Hello, everyone. This is Attorney Andre McKinney Dorval. I am a licensed immigration attorney. I am located in the state of Florida. Now, I want to turn to one of the things that is going to be extremely important, and that's going to directly impact one's preparation for their asylum trial. And that is the immigration judge or courts have been directed to complete these asylum cases within 6 months. And it's going to be important, the tips and strategies or guidance that I'm offering in this video, it's going to be important to understand at the outset. And they say the best defense is a good offense. I'm not a sports person, so if I've gotten that saying or quote incorrect, please correct me in the comments. But essentially, what I mean is you want to be prepared ahead of time. So, off the gate, in our last video, we talked about this pre-termitted or denying asylum applications that are legally insufficient. Now, in this video, let's talk about what is the baseline of establishing or submitting a legally sufficient asylum application. Now, I do want to say this is just for general information purposes. Be sure to work with a licensed immigration attorney. Now, there's 5 things I'm going to discuss with you, some of which I expect that many of you, already know. Now, number 1, you've got to make sure that you are eligible for asylum. Now, if you're working with an attorney, that should already have been answered or established. And the eligibility for asylum, 1, you have to be physically in the United States. Also, equally important is that your asylum application must be filed within 1 year. Now, for those who do not meet the 1-year time deadline, if you are filing beyond that time period, you must explain why you are filing late. And that's in the form of changed circumstances or extraordinary circumstances. Work with a licensed immigration attorney to be able to ensure if you are filing beyond 1 year that you explain that, whether your circumstance is changed circumstances or extraordinary circumstances. Secondly, you must meet the definition of a refugee. Now, to be granted asylum, you have to meet the definition of refugee under U.S. laws. And that means you're going to have to show whether you suffered a past persecution or past harm in your home country, or whether you have a well-founded fear of future persecution in your home country. Now, the past persecution or well-founded fear of future persecution, that must be based on 1 or more of 5 protected grounds under U.S. asylum laws. And that is either based on your race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion. That is very, very important. You have to show the connection, or in legal terms, the nexus of the harm that you suffered connected to the 5 grounds under U.S. law that are recognized for asylum. Work with an attorney because that is going to be extremely important to your particular filing. Now, the third thing I want you to be mindful of, and that is when completing your asylum application, which is on the form I-589, you want to make sure that it's filled out accurately and completely. Now, you might think, well, Attorney Andre McKinney, well, that goes without saying. But guys, you would be surprised. And oftentimes, non-citizens who are applying for asylum, many do not speak English. Many do not read the English language. So it is well within the realm of possibilities of someone not filling it out completely or accurately, and oftentimes when that occurs, it's usually based on a language barrier. You also, as a part of your asylum application, you will need to detail information about your background, your experiences regarding your past persecution or fear of future persecutions, and the reason why you can't return back to your home country. Now, you are allowed under U.S. laws to include your spouse, whom you are married to, and any children under the age of 21. If you have children over the age of 21, they would have to file their own asylum application. And similar to the applicant, the spouse, and any children that will be added to the application, they need to be physically present in the U.S. Fourthly, and this is as important, providing evidence of your fear of returning to your home country on account of the 5 grounds. And that's going to be important. Examples of what evidence can include, and this is not an exhausted list, guys, just a few. It can include medical reports, photos, police reports, anything that shows the harm that you experience or will experience connected to the 5 grounds recognized for asylum under U.S. laws. And fifthly, in addition to the 1-year time bar, there are also other bars that could cause someone not to be or not to have a legally sufficient asylum application. And that pertains to whether an applicant may have perhaps persecuted others. That would be a bar to asylum, or committed serious offenses or are a danger to the U.S. and or surrounding community. This also can be a bar. Another bar to an asylum application is if someone has firmly, before coming to the U.S., firmly resettled in another country. So guys, I've gone over 5 baseline, and this is just not an exhausted list, but this is just to give you some understanding of some of the basics. This is just the basics of what your asylum application must have and be complete. But guys, I cannot underscore working with a licensed immigration attorney. There's so many changes that are happening. What we understood in you to be under prior administrations, we can toss that out the window because things are completely anew. Again, guys, this video was for general information purposes. I wanted to, update the prior video to give you a little bit more information and guidance. But again, this video and the contents are for general information purposes. They do not serve as a substitute for not working with a licensed immigration attorney concerning your particular matter. I do want to thank you all for watching the video. I kindly ask, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We welcome you to our tribe family here. And guys, I will certainly see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.